What if you could just ask an AI to find you the next 10x crypto? Well, that's not some hypothetical question. We're going to do exactly that right now and see what it tells us. Let's dive in. Okay, just think about this for a second. Imagine having a tool that could cut through all the hype, all the noise, all the data, and just point you straight to the next huge winner in the crypto world. I mean, that's the dream for any investor, right?
So, yeah, that's what I did. I went straight to the source, to one of the most powerful AIs out there, and I just asked it. I treated this like a little personal experiment, and honestly, I was not ready for what it gave me. The answer was genuinely shocking, but probably not for the reason you're thinking.
Now, to get a real answer, we had to keep it simple. No confusing language, no complicated prompts, just one straight-up question to see what this thing would spit out. Let's take a look at what I asked. I kept it super simple. Which crypto could explode before 2026? I really wanted to see what the AI would do with the word like explode, right? Is it going to pick some crazy moonshot, or is it going to play it safe? The question was designed to really show us how the AI, thinks. All right, the moment of truth. What did ChatGPT actually recommend? Well, it came back with a pretty short list of contenders, and it had a reason for each one. Let's break them down. Okay, so the AI's number one pick. What's interesting is it didn't go for some tiny, unheard of coin. Nope, it picked a name that pretty much everyone in crypto knows. That's right, Ethereum. Its top pick was the second biggest crypto in the world, an established giant. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is a giant like that gonna 10x? Well, let's see what the AI's reasoning was. So the AI's logic here, it's all about safety and infrastructure. It pointed to Ethereum's absolutely massive ecosystem, its wide adoption. It's an established powerhouse. The AI is basically betting that stability and market dominance are the real keys to future growth. So pick number one was the safe, established player. But for its second pick, the AI went in a totally different direction. It focused on a project that's known for one thing above all else: pure speed. And that coin is Solana. A lot of people call it an Ethereum killer, and it's built its entire reputation on being a ridiculously high-performance blockchain. It is the speedy challenger in this race, for sure. The AI's justification here was simple, but really powerful. Solana's transactions are incredibly fast and super cheap, especially compared to Ethereum. And because of that, it's seen this rapid growth in users and projects building on it. So the AI is clearly flagging speed and low cost as massive drivers for a potential explosion. Okay, so we've got the giant and we've got the challenger. But hold on a second, because this last coin on the list is easily the most surprising. And this is where the AI's picks get really, really interesting. All right, here it is, the AI's final pick. And this choice, this is the one that shows it's not just looking at the big, obvious names. This is where its strategy gets fascinating. The final pick is Arbitrum. Now, unlike the other two, Arbitrum isn't its own blockchain. It's what's called a Layer 2, a scaling solution that's built on top of Ethereum. The AI flagged this one as an early opportunity. So what's the deal here? Well, the key thing is that it's still pretty new. The AI pointed out that Arbitrum is early in its journey. And as you know, in the crypto world, early can often mean a much higher potential for that explosive growth we're looking for. The AI is kind of saying, hey, Ethereum is the big power, but the real opportunity might be in the tech being built on top of it. So there you have it, Ethereum, Solana, and Arbitrum. But here's the thing. This is where the real surprise came in. It wasn't actually about the coins themselves. It was about understanding what the AI was really doing. And this just nails the core misunderstanding, doesn't it? We kind of expect AI to be this prophet oracle, right? A crystal ball that sees the future. But the reality is that an AI is a pattern finder. It just looks at insane amounts of past data, news articles, price charts, project white papers, and it identifies what's worked before. It's not predicting the future, it's summarizing the past. And that brings us to the most important takeaway from this whole thing. The AI does not and it cannot guarantee you'll make a profit. It gives you data, it finds patterns, but at the end of the day, you, the investor, you're the one who has to weigh the risks, understand the bigger picture, and make the final call. So, does that mean AI is totally useless for investing? Oh, absolutely not. It just means we have to use it the right way. There is a much smarter way to do this, and it's all about partnership, not prophecy. So the real strategy here is actually a pretty simple three-step process. First, you use the AI as your starting point. Think of it like a super-powered research assistant that can spot trends you might miss. Then you do the human part. You add your own research, your own context, and finally, you combine the AI's data with your own judgment to make a truly smart, informed move. And that brings us to our final question. Now that you've seen how it really works, not as some magic 8-ball, but as an incredibly powerful pattern-finding tool, would you trust an AI to help guide your investment decisions? It's a big question about the future of finance and our relationship with this tech. Definitely something to think about.